All right, guys, this is one of my favorite mowers. Hey, I love my job here at Carl's Mower and Saw. I get to play with all kinds of awesome mowers. And I've ridden $30,000 mowers, and I've ridden $2,000 mowers, and I've pushed $200 mowers, and I've pushed $2,200 mowers. So I've got a lot of experience and ran a lot of wide range of machines. I love this mower, this ZT HD 44. This is a great mower for the landowner, for the homeowner who's got an acre to 2, 3, 4 acres and less. If you've got less than an acre, that's fine. This thing is nimble, it's tight, it fits in the smaller backyard so well. What I like about this Gravely HD series, which they do make in several different sizes. Today we're going to look at the 44. But what I like about this HD series of Gravely is its commercial DNA. And that's a word that gets thrown around way too much, this word commercial. But I'm going to point out some things that's going to make you understand and actually agree with me that, yeah, this is commercial grade stuff. So let's start on the front of this machine. Let's take a look here. I don't know if we're going to be able to see the bearings that are in these front wheels. Well, back up, hold on. Do you see the size of these front wheels for a zero turn? These are massive. These are big, huge front wheels. And there's competitors that are starting to actually run big front wheels. Okay, that looks good, but they're missing something. They're not increasing the size of the bearings. They're running this dinky little bearing that you'd see on a $3,000, $2,000 zero turn instead of really making this a better machine. So love the fact that they run a big bearing, big wheels, nice heavy front caster yokes, reinforced here just to add to that strength and durability. There's bearings in here, and they're big. You can see the size of this. This frame, if you get a look at this frame all the way, this is a one-piece frame that runs from the front all the way to the back. Welded, formed steel frame, full steel frame, nothing bolted on. Those things wear out, they rattle, they get loose. So love the frame, love the wheels. Check this out. Love the access to the top of the deck. Hey, we've got a lawnmower. We're out mowing heavy stuff, and someday things are going to break. You're going to have a belt break. You're going to have a spring break. You're going to have a bearing go bad. The fact that I can get in here and get to the top of this mower deck is awesome. Speaking of belts, let me grab something here just a minute. And I'm just going to point out and highlight some things as I go around to kind of show what makes this unique and why this is one of my favorite machines out there. So this is a 1/2-inch V-belt. This is kind of standard practice on most mowers. Just, it's what we see. It works, spins the blades, okay, no big deal. Gravely on this mower runs a 5/8 belt. That's 1/2 inch to 5/8. That's significantly bigger. It's more durable. It's a longer life. This is a belt that's used on commercial mowers, right? This is used on stuff that I pick up for cheap mowers. So let's step it up. Let's have a 5/8 belt versus a 1/2-inch belt. You're not going to be able to see here, but I've got pulley diameters, idler pulleys, and pulleys that instead of being in like that sort of size are getting up into this size. And that larger pulley puts less flex on the belt, less diameter change on the belt, and enhances and increases the life of the mower deck belt. Mower deck itself, this is a 10 gauge, it's a deep mower deck. Most mower decks are around 4 inches deep. This is a 5.5-inch deep mower deck. That extra 1.5 inches is huge for airflow. That allows the grass to get out, get cut, and get out faster, cleaner. That deeper deck allows me to mow faster. So instead of mowing in a 3 or 4 mile per hour, maybe 5 mile per hour, this thing has a top speed of 8. And if the property's smooth enough, you can mow at 8 miles per hour quite often. There's times where you're going to go slower, but that enhanced speed. And it's not just the speed of the mower, it's the speed of the mower deck that allows me to go that fast. So love the mower deck design. There's some baffles under that control the airflow, that set it apart, that really give a clean cut, a good discharge, and allow me to move at a faster speed. I'm going to quickly grab 2 more things since I have them. Let's talk about spindles. Do we know what a spindle is? A spindle is what the blade mounts on. So these are hanging below the mower deck, and on the top would go the pulley that spins it, and on the bottom is going to be a blade. So this is a spindle off of a competitor's mower. I won't name the brand. You can see the size of that. You can see with the bearing, the estimated bearing size. It's about that big a ball bearing. Get a look at this Gravely one. This thing is massive. I mean, the weight difference is huge. The shaft diameter compared to, I mean, there's no comparison. The bearing size, this is a it works. This is heavy duty. This is a forged aluminum spindle. It has life that's unbelievable. I mean, we're talking commercial guys getting 1,000+ hours out of these spindles before we have a bearing failure. So look at the spindles, right? We can look at the outside of the mower and see big wheels and tires, but we really want to start getting in deeper into it. One more thing, and this is a small thing, just blade. The thickness of the blade. I don't know if you can see on that side profile how much thicker this blade is on the left-hand side here, my left-hand side. A little bit thicker blade. It's going to lead to longer life, better performance, not having to sharpen as often, not having to wear it out, or not having to replace it as often. So blades, spindles, belts. Let me kick this thing sideways a minute. Check this out. Check out these deck hangers. These are massive. In comparison to most mowers that use one in the front and two on the side near the rear, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deck hangers to suspend this thing. Get rid of a lot of that side-to-side motion. Allow it to float over the terrain and be a smoother, better finished cut. Hold up to the jarring of a rough lawn. These are heavy. They're easy to adjust. Check out the size of these springs that kind of help me float that deck. Check out these casters, these anti-scalp rollers. So these are designed to kind of float along the top of the turf so that you don't gouge in and dig in. A lot of them are just hanging out there on a single shoulder bolt off to the side. These are captured on both sides. You've got one on the left, 2 in the front center, 1 on the right, and you actually have 2 more in the back middle up underneath the deck, just to help that thing float and give you a good quality cut. But it's not a cheap design. I mean, it's designed to be long-term life. Let's put this back down. Height of cut. Okay, I have a range of 1.5 to 5. Well, first 5 inches tall. Most mowers don't get much over 4 inches tall. A lot of guys can barely even get them up on a trailer before they, high center. So this high deck, it's not why we need a deck that cuts high. I mean, you're not cutting your trailer, but I just want to point that out. But if I'm getting out into the heavier grass, or if I got to go up over a curb or something like that, that clearance comes in handy. I set my height with this pin. Very simple, drop in. I push here with my foot, and then I kick back, and this mower deck will drop down. Okay? Solid. I don't have these little detents that I'm dropping this lever into. Here's what I like most about a deck that's set up like this. I can float it. Excuse the squeaking, I apologize. This just came out of crate and has not been all set up proper yet. But I love the fact that I can float this deck. And what does that mean? I'm out cutting the lawn, and I get into a heavier area, some heavier grass, and I can hear it. And I simply pull back on my lever, slow down, kick the deck up, let it breathe, let it catch back up, and drop it back down and take off. Also very useful if I know there's a high spot on my lawn that I'm going to scalp. I can come over a crown of a hill, or I've got this dip. I know that I can simply kick it up, drop it back down. So really awesome to be able to what we call float the deck. This is something that a commercial mower has had for years, and the commercial operators know how to use this, know how to put this to best practice. So check that out. Hey, since I'm on the seat, let's take a peek here at these levers. These are kind of unique. They're straight up, and then they fold down. A lot of zero turns fold in this whole lever. This whole arm comes in like this. Well, when they come in like this, and I go forward, they still have this side-to-side movement, which can lead to kind of a rowing effect. These fold down. It's solid. It really makes the learning and the smoothness of operation better. Got a lot of movement here. I can move these down. I can also pivot them forward or reverse to kind of match me, the operator, comfort. What's going to work good for me? Do I need to be up close? Do I need to have more room? Set them right. Got the brake off here. And here's a little tip. When you're running this thing, natural tendency, you want to go towards the middle. Keep your arms out. Use these armrests. There's a reason that Gravely puts armrests on their mower. There's actually a reason why they do some of this shaping of these armrests, just to help you run your arms back and forth smooth. Keep that flow. Keep you going around the flower beds without a jerky feel to it. Keep it going straight so you get those nice stripes when you're done mowing. Fold up, hop off. Let's continue to work our way back around. We have a 5-gallon fuel tank That's going to get all the lawn mowing you need to do in a day done. You don't have to stop halfway through and fill it. You've got a seat, easy slide forward, slide back. That's going to be, how tall am I? I need to be able to reach this. It's comfortable to have my feet here on this nice foot pad, just a comfortable position. Seat easily folds up to get underneath where I can get to my battery. I can get to my hydro fluid, which is, speaking of hydros, these are ZT 3100 Hydrogear commercial grade transmissions. Independent transmissions, independent serviceable. I've got a filter and oil in each one. That's going to extend the life of this mower. That's one big thing. When we step up from a little lower level zero turn is in the transmission. It's not necessarily engine. It's not necessarily size of deck. It's wheel bearings and frame size and deck hangers and how well the deck is built and the size of the pulleys and the size of the spindles and the transmission. Is it a sealed transmission or a serviceable transmission? Is it something that we can get in and maintain, or the oil's in there from day one and who cares? Now this is a serviceable commercial grade transmission. It has a top speed of 8 miles per hour forward. It's very smooth. That's something I hear all the time when people get on this. It's like, things butter. It's smooth. It's crisp. It's clean. And that's more comfortable for the operator. Go ahead and flip this sideways here just a minute. Big rear wheels, big bite, tall, wide. That's going to help with ground compaction. That's going to help with traction if I'm wet or if I'm going up hills. It'll take you a little bit to learn how to turn with a zero turn without tearing up your lawn. One thing that helps is using this armrest and flowing that right. Kick back around here, we've got a Kawasaki FR651V. That's a 21.5 horse Kawasaki engine. Hey, Kawasaki's the way to go. If I'm going to put an engine on any of my ride-on mowers, it's going to be a Kawasaki. The life, the ease of maintenance, the durability, it has to be a Kawasaki. So easy to get into the air filter, to change the air filter. Spark plugs are right here on the rear. Gravely's thought this through. They've got these wing knobs that I can take out. I can actually take off this whole rear panel to get to the full back of the engine. It's just a well thought out, well laid out, solid machine that's going to give me years of use. This is our most popular model, the ZTHD series at Carl's Mower. The 44, what I like about the 44 compared to the other ones is it's a little tighter, gets into the smaller backyards, and in fact it uses the same blades as a 48. You tell me a 48-inch mower and this 44 the same blades? Well, here's what they've done. They've actually kicked that center blade up a little bit further on this one and pulled in the side ones, so we have more overlap. So this is your best cutting Gravely HD mower. It's going to give you the finest looking lawn without leaving a chance of strips of grass uncut down the middle. So again, the ZT HD, I know I missed something. I know there's things on here that there's some features that I probably missed pointing out. Comment. Reach out to us. We'd love to go over what really sets these apart. Just a brief overview on what I like about the Gravely ZT HD 44 at Carl's Mower and Saw. For a full line of Gravely mowers, check us out. Hey, this is Josh from Carl's Mower and Saw. Thanks for watching our videos. We're proud of the fact that we've been serving you with the best in outdoor power equipment since 1990. We're glad that you had an opportunity to sit down, watch our videos, learn something about an exciting new product that we have, something that interests you for your property, or really how to use your equipment to the best of its ability. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube. We're excited to share more information with you. See you soon.